yard tour for the end of April 2014. Over there in the distance. The sun's shining, so I can't tell if I focus in or not. But you can see the trellises, and we cut down one tree. We'll get a closer look at that later. Okay, and we'll start this way. Trimmed our little pine tree, and I can smell it. It smells good. It's got lots of new growth coming out. I just cut the dead out of it when I trimmed it. You can't tell by the video camera, but Dave thinned out the maple tree so that the kids could start climbing it more. And here's our fig, looking beautiful as ever. And we're getting the figs. Isn't that pretty? All over the place. Let's see, can we find one more spot? Oh yeah, up here. Lots of little fig starts going on. And it's fun. Preparing to get this box ready. Got my materials. This zucchini, I think, is biting the dust, but you can see I still have some of that powdery mildew, but I've been spraying it every morning, and it looks pretty healthy considering. Eggplants are looking peaked. Cucumbers are starting to grow well. I harvested a little bit of my lettuce. Oh, my Anaheim pepper. Same pepper that you saw last time, still growing. Okay, and I've got some cabbage here sprouting up. And look at this. This is in box number 2. And then later on I'll show you on the side of the house behind the fence, I have a ton of it. And I wonder what it is. Onions, I don't know what's going on with them, but they're all falling over. Maybe I should pull them up. But I trimmed back my tomato bush because it just seemed like it kept growing more branches and the tomatoes weren't ripening. And as soon as I cut it back, I had 2 tomatoes that started to turn red. But I'm starting to think now I should have cut the top off instead of the bottom. Lesson learned. Future garden overgrown with weeds. Look at how big the crepe myrtle's getting. I don't think I can trim that anymore, it's too high. As you can see it. And then here is another baby tree that we planted quite a while ago. And Mom, the crepe myrtle that you gave me, Dave thought was dead because it had no leaves on it. You know how crepe myrtles, they go through a time where their bark all falls off and they look like they're dead. So he pulled it up and I was very upset with him. So he told me I should have marked it somehow. And now, oh, here. I'm going to put bushes to screen all of our trash cans and water softeners and stuff from the street and to give us some privacy. I'm taking a video, Sam.
I found another caterpillar.
I'm busy. Okay, we'll look at the caterpillar in a minute. So let's back up a little bit and see how it is in relation to the driveway. See? It's going to go right there. And Sam, no, don't do that. And this is what I'm going to plant here. I have 2 bushes. And they're supposed to grow big and full. And they're in the autumn they're supposed to turn color and be pretty. So that'll be fun, and that'll hide all of this nasty stuff. Moving along. We have had a critter digging in the herb garden and in Lucy's flower garden, see? Right there. But there's still flowers coming up. Sure is slow going. That's Lucy's flower garden. And we'll continue around the way and just make a circuit. Dave had to adjust my border around the azaleas because it was on top of the sprinkler. Grapes, I'm surprised they're still hanging on, but we got a lot of brown on them. This one only has 2 leaves left. Hello, Elijah. And I noticed that I had some kind of mold on my black spot like mold on my blackberry vine, but it seems to be doing better now. See, here's a little bit of it right here. But I've been spraying that with neem oil and fungicide. Boy, that came right off. But the berries I had on that were eaten by squirrels or birds, so we didn't get to eat those, but Dave got to try one a long time ago. And here are my raspberries, looking very healthy. And my rose bush. Oh, and look, this is the mold. Look at that. We had a downpour last night. What is that? It's very soft and icky and slimy. I think I read somewhere that it might be a sign of good stuff in the soil, but an overabundance of it, and you need to balance it. My rose bush and the angel trumpets in the neighbor's yard. Aren't they pretty? And over this way, let's get a look at the yard and see how it looks. There's a lot of shade at the moment. Run, Eli, run, Eli. We're trying to get rid of some wood since Dave cut down a bunch of stuff. Lucy's been tending the fire. And seems to have quite a bit of overflow there. It's sizzling because we had a rain last night. Here's the herb garden, Sammy's herb garden. Have a few basil coming up right here that I've noticed, but not much sign of anything else really. The bell pepper is growing, and I have a couple of blueberries that are getting really blue. See all the blueberries on that? This one seems to be pretty clean. One of them I've been picking off. I think that's the one. Remember, these are emerald high bushes. They're supposed to be really good, but look at that. Right there. Look how big that blueberry is. And on the other side, there's one down here. And it still feels pretty firm. I don't want to pick it yet. I want to make sure it's ripe, so I'm going to wait a little while. I hope the birds don't get it before I do. But now a little perspective. There's the patch. And that's the bird of paradise. We're almost done. There's a staghorn. Things are starting to get brown on this thing. But my neighbor told me she was excited to know that I had blooms on it, because she gave them to me. But she said from what she hears, these are hard to kill, and this particular variety should grow very big. So I think I picked the right spot for it, for a big thing, to give us a border. But it still has 3 blooms on it. This one's turning kind of brown though. I wonder if I need to water it. Maybe I should water it. No, we had a rain last night. I shouldn't have to water it. Anyway. And then my Indian hawthorn, 1, 2. Let's do a pan over everything. Okay, azaleas, rosebush, daylilies, amaryllis. I couldn't think of what it was. Look how big my poinsettias I've gotten that I cut down really far. See how big they are? And still have some issues here. This tree is kind of hard to, you can see there's a little bit of black spot. It rubs off on my fingers sometimes on the stems. So I'm wondering if I need to cut it back. See that? You know something funny? I wish I could see some now so I could show you, but I have seen frogs resting in the curled up leaves while they're on the tree. 2 frogs next to each other one day. And they just sit there and rest. Maybe they're eating, I don't know. But they hang out in the tree. So there's the magnolia tree. Here's my camellia with a very severe haircut. But the leaves that are there look like they're healthy, so that's encouraging. Here's my gardenia. I think I need to add some nutrients to the soil for that. Lots of poinsettias sprouting. Here's my devil's trumpet. I'm getting lots of blooms. 2 blooms coming up. And when Dave cut down a tree, this trellis got injured. You can see all my bandages here, but they're not sticking. This is some of Lucy's special duct tape. But here is my jumbo muscadine. And last time when I got it in the mail, it was this long right here. And now it has grown that much. It seems to be doing well. Here is I think this is my Southern Comfort muscadine. And here is my welder. Welder? I think it's a welder. My welder muscadine. And then on the other side, sugar snap peas are coming up. Woo! So that's that. Here's a tree that Dave cut down, one of the trees that we planned on cutting down, but it's totally exposed our ladder in the tree. I didn't realize, Dave knew this, but I didn't realize how much it was hiding the fence on the tree. But we want to put an apple tree here, somewhere around here, and possibly here. So it would be right in this open area here, but I got to prepare the soil and dig things up. And then this tree right here is going to come down. It's between the zipline trees and the big old trees down here, and I think one of these trees is dying, which is a concern because I think you need a permit to cut it down. And then over there was a big branch hanging down from the camphor tree right next to the house, and Dave cut that down, but we still have the branch that strategically covers the upstairs window. And I believe that is all. Let's see. Oh, I see the calf out there. I wish I got him earlier. Let's try to zoom in on him and see if we can see him. We have animals out today. Oh, the horse just got in the way. Move it. Move it, horsey. Snowball's scratching her back. And here Lucy, she's getting excited. Hey, horsey. What was that? It's funny. Well, the calf is way off in the shadows now. We were so distracted by the horse, I forgot to zoom in. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too long. Let's say hello to the kids there and we go. Lucy and Sam, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I can't see you yet.
What? See ya.
Lean in together and say goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. That was funny.
I got a video of it too. Goodbye.